From left to right, we have got the Ender 3 Pro modified. We've got the Artillery Sidewinder X1. We've also got the Anycubic i3 Mega. So today I'm going to discuss what are the problems with these printers and how to resolve them to make them print a lot better. And we shall start with the Sidewinder X1. Now, Sidewinder X1 has many good properties, most things work as they should. I watched the reviews on this one, and a guy from Australia called Maker's Muse explained the problem with under extrusion issues. So he replaced inside the Volcano hot end the PTFE tube for a Capricorn tube, which I haven't done yet, and he also spoke about getting rid of the filament runout sensor. I have bodged mine so that there's a piece of filament just jammed in there. So let's move across to the Ender 3 Pro. Now this machine has proven to be very reliable. It's my second one that I've had. I've done some upgrades, but I recommend a couple of upgrades for these. First one, I've got a glass bed. That's just glue stick, by the way, because the glass bed's a little bit worn, but it still works okay. I then put yellow bed springs on, and for a new user would be just to replace those bed springs from the original ones to these yellow ones, and they're only literally a few pounds to buy on banggood.com, so I'll put a link for that in the description. The filament I recommend, by the way, that all my prints are done with, is eSun PLA Plus. Came to me second hand, and I haven't had it long, so it's hard to make too much judgment. There's also a very horrible looking connector just inside the casing where the hot end and extruder is, and my first few prints were absolutely horrendous, and I realised that the cable for the fan that cools the prints was broken, so I had to sort that out and reattach it. The cable for the hot end also came apart when I replaced the nozzle, so that looks like a point of failure. But all three of these machines have one thing in common: they can all print reliably. In this shed is roller shutters. I don't want to be opening that roller shutter when I finish work at 1 in the morning. So what I've done, and this is something I can recommend as well, is that is a Sony PlayStation webcam, and here we got a Raspberry Pi attached to the printer. The second Raspberry Pi here, which is attached to my Sidewinder X1. This one's also attached to this webcam, which has a view of all three printers just about. And then the Anycubic also has a Raspberry Pi over here. All three of them running the latest version of Octoprint. All the Raspberry Pis are Raspberry Pi 3Bs, and all are attached to a webcam, and all of them are attached to the Spaghetti Detective. And in case you're wondering, I've got 3 sets of 2 plugs in this shed. So you got a set of 2 there, a set of 2, another set of 2 over here, and basically this is all in the name of avoiding annoying my neighbours. And what I've done is I've run all 3 of them through the shed, like so, and all 3 cables come into the house over to here, and here we've got the 3 plugs numbered 1, 2 and 3, and there's a Wi-Fi repeater because the Wi-Fi isn't strong enough to reach to the shed. And that's all I've got for you today, folks. Thank you very much for watching.